Hello, guys, and welcome back for our very last unit review, Chapter 6. Um, in this chapter, we solved algebraically. So we solved by means of substitution and we solved by means of elimination. Number one is an elimination problem, and that means you have to line up your variables. So my A's are lined up, my B's are lined up, and the equal signs are lined up. From there, I can eliminate, hence elimination method, either one of the two variables. I just need to get the same number in front of the variable, but one's a positive, one's negative. So if I want to eliminate the A's right now, the smallest number that 3 and 5 both go into is 15. So if I multiply the top by 5 and the bottom by negative 3, I'll be able to eliminate them. So distribute in the top. 5 times 3a is 15a. 5 times 2b, 10b, and 5 times 6, 30. In the bottom, distribute that. Negative 3 times 5a, negative 3 times negative 3b is positive 9b. And that equals, do your math on the side, 28 times 3, 84. And if I add these down, the a's cancel. I get 19b equals 114. So I can always use my calculator, right? You guys know that. Bring it up down here. 114 divided by 19. And b equals 6. And then I still have to solve for a. I can plug 6 into either one of those two equations for b and still get the correct answer. So let's use the top one. So I plugged 6 in for b. Two times 6 is 12. Let's minus 12 to both sides. I get negative 6 divided by 3. A equals negative 2. And that's all I had to do. A lot of work, but you guys are more than capable of doing that. Number 2. Since b is already by itself, when you have a variable all by itself, you can use the substitution method. So since b equals all of this in the other equation, instead of writing b, plug in 3a minus 13. So instead of writing the b, and finish writing it. So the first thing I would do is distribute. And here I can combine like terms and, at the same time, add 39 to both sides. So 2a plus 9a is 11a. 39 plus 16 is 55. Divide both sides by 11. A equals 5. So once again, I have to solve for the other variable. So plug 5 in for a in the other equation. And b equals 2. On to the graphs. Now from previous units, we know when we graph, we have to get y by itself. Y equals mx plus b. So in the first one, subtract 3x, and I get y equals negative 3x plus 3. So the slope is the number in front of x. That's negative 3. The y-intercept is the other number. So to graph that, I start on the y-axis at 3. And the slope is negative 3, so I go down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. And remember, if you run out of room, it's the opposite, is up 3, back 1. And we always run to the right. Okay, in this equation, y equals 2x minus 7. Y is already by itself. The number in front of x is the slope, so that is 2, and the y-intercept is negative 7. So start at negative 7. And again, the slope is 2, so up 2 over 1. And I found it. I think, yes, right there. So that is 1, 2, negative 3, 2, negative 3. My boxes are so small, I'm sorry. And don't forget to label. You only have to label one line if you have two. You should label them both. But this is my solution. The solution is where they intersect. And that should be a good review as well. And lastly, graphing inequalities. Same thing, I treat the inequality as if it was an equation, meaning I have to get y by itself. So let's divide everything by 3. I get y is less than 2 minus 3x, but I don't like how that's written, so I'm going to put it in the form y equals mx plus b. So y is less than negative 3x, and that's a positive 2. So I'm just going to switch them around because it's easier to graph. The slope is negative 3. The y-intercept is 2. Now, solid or dotted. When it was only less than, not a chance it's equal to, then that was a dotted line. So let's graph this. Y-intercept is 2, crosses the y-axis at 2. And it goes down 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. And again, it's a dotted line. And let's see here. Less than means under the line. So I'm going to shade under the y-axis. The second inequality, it's already in the form y equals mx plus b. The slope is the number in front of x. Since nothing's there, it is a 1. The y-intercept is 2, the other number. So let's start at 2 and go up 1 over 1. Because the slope is 1. And since it's equal to, it's a solid line. And that is y is greater than or equal to x plus 2. I'm going to shade above because it's greater than. It's a solid line. Over here, what did we do? We shaded down. Sorry about the confusion here. And on this one, we shaded up. Name any point in the solution. So the solution is this double shaded area. So I can come over here and write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 5, positive 1. And you could have any point that's in that double shaded and still be correct. So I hope you found this video useful. Hopefully, there are no problems. And if you have any questions, always reach out. Have a great day.